Hosting the first playoff game in 5 seasons, the Sixers were also riding a 16-game winning streak heading into Game 1. The Heat, on the other hand, had struggled toward the end of the season and were hoping they could keep it close and steal it at the end. But clearly, Ben Simmons had something to say about that. Through the first half of this game, it appeared the Heat would have a shot, leading by 4 at halftime. A big issue Philly was having was on the offensive end, as Amir Johnson was a real buzzkill hanging around the hoop and allowing his man to get in the way of Simmons. On this drive, Johnson is drifting near the elbow, allowing Whiteside to easily come over and block his shot. The solution was to go small with Ersan Ilyasova at center, where he can track down a rebound and push the ball, but continue his rim run and get a layup when no one realizes they should be guarding him. With 4 shooters around Fultz, it puts tons of pressure on the Miami Heat defense to pick up in a hurry, and on this possession, Olynyk was not up to the task as Ilyasova splashes one. By going small, Brett Brown forced Miami to stay small, and once they allow middle penetration, the help is wary of leaving their men who can shoot, and there is no rim protection without Whiteside. And when Brown put Amir Johnson back in midway through the second quarter, I'm sure he expected rim protection of his own at the very least, but James Johnson is able to sidestep him and double pump with the right hand off the glass. And on offense, Johnson was really gumming up the works, hanging out by the rim and allowing his man to clog it up so neither Simmons or Saric could drive. The offense dies with this Redick turnover. Again, with Johnson hanging in the paint the whole time, it allows his man to jam up the paint. Redick's backdoor cut is open, but quickly covered by Olynyk, who can just patrol the key without fear of guarding Amir, and again is able to easily help on the Simmons drive, forcing him to make a tough pass, and Saric is contested into a 15-foot air ball. Yikes! The shot clock didn't reset, and they're left with a desperation heave and come up empty again. At halftime, Brett Brown made the bold move to bench Amir Johnson and go with Ilyasova at center, and it paid off almost immediately as the Sixers went on a 23-3 run to essentially end the game. For context, this lineup had played all of 3 minutes and 8 possessions together in the regular season, yet it worked wonders as Tyler Johnson expected a switch in this backstream by Redick, and Whiteside, as a traditional big man, won't step up to contest this 3. Same thing happens with this Iverson cut by Ilyasova. The Heat defense was expecting a series of switches, but Whiteside again just hangs back at the elbow, allowing the wide open shot. And just look at how open the lane is without Amir Johnson. Even though Simmons can't get all the way to the rim, the spacing is night and day, as the cutters now have room, and Whiteside must stay close to Ilyasova on the perimeter, and they catch him sleeping on a nice cut and reverse layup. You might be wondering what the Heat did to combat this on the other end with the mismatch. Well, the answer is, not much, Bob. They run horns, and it's supposed to have Tyler Johnson cut through and set a cross screen for Whiteside to get a post-up. But Johnson is confused, and then James Johnson loses his patience and burps up this brick. Next time down, no indication they intended to go to Whiteside down low as he hangs out in the slot on the weak side, while Dragic gets Saric on the switch and takes a long 2 with 13 on the clock. Whiteside never gets into position to get the offensive rebound either. A little later, they go to him off the inbounds, but he quickly gives it up. I like this attack and lob, but the pass is off, and Whiteside can't finish. Spoelstra was forced to take him out as the Sixers were beginning to take control of the game, and they hurt Adebayo as well by running Ilyasova off flex action to get a wide open 3 from the wing. And Olynyk makes the most sense to play the 5 against this small Sixers lineup, but they had better clean up the way they guard the off-ball screens. Ellington wants to switch, Dragic has no idea until he's 5 steps behind. Olynyk realizes a step too late that it's Redick coming around, and if you let JJ take a dribble and step into the shot, it's down, effectively ending this game as the Heat never seriously threatened the rest of the way as the Sixers destroyed them by 27 points. I get the sense that Whiteside's teammates don't like playing with him that much, and Spoelstra simply has no time to see if he can make an impact in this series. When Embiid comes back, Whiteside should be more valuable, but the way things are going, it won't matter either way, as the Sixers seem to be making up for the process years in a big way that should have the rest of the East very worried.
What are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!